The moment I saw the small brown bones sticking out from the soil, I froze. It was a baby's arm. I knew it. And when I ran to tell the landlord, he just looked at me and said, "Don't touch what doesn't concern you." I live in Ibadan, Nigeria. This story happened last year when I moved into a small boys' quarters behind a big compound. Rent was cheap. Too cheap. The landlord, Mr. Ajala, was this old man who barely spoke, always dressed in white, and walked like he didn't touch the ground. People in the area said he used to be a herbalist, but nobody ever said it loud. At first, things were okay. The house was quiet. Too quiet sometimes. No kids, no neighbors, no noise. Just birds. And sometimes, goats that appeared from nowhere and disappeared the same way. Then strange things started happening. I would wake up and see feathers scattered on my doorstep. Black ones. Sometimes I found pieces of cola nuts or burnt cloth tied with red string. My bucket of water would be empty in the morning, even though I filled it the night before. And once, I heard crying outside at 3 a.m. Soft, like a woman. When I opened the door, nobody was there. I told Mr. Ajala about it. He didn't blink, just said, "This house doesn't like noise." The worst part came when NEPA disconnected our light. I decided to help myself and dig a little gutter to direct rainwater into my drum. That was when I saw it. The bones. They weren't old enough to be ancient. The soil was fresh. I called my friend Daniel, who works at a small clinic. He looked at it and said, "This looks human, bro. Like, real human." We both confronted the landlord. That was the first time I saw him angry. His eyes turned red, not figuratively. Red. He didn't shout. He just said, "You people don't know how this place survives." After that, Daniel stopped picking my calls. I went to the police. They followed me to the house, but when we got there, the bones were gone. The hole was covered, neat, like someone had never touched it. They searched the compound and found nothing. They warned me to stop making up stories. I moved out the next week. That night before I left, I saw Mr. Ajala standing outside my window, whispering to himself. The moon was full. I packed my things and slept at a friend's place. 2 months later, someone else moved into that room. A lady who sold tomatoes at the junction. Her cousin told me she disappeared after 3 weeks. Her things were still inside. Nobody talks about it, but sometimes, if you walk past that house late at night, you'll still hear the crying. I tried to forget everything. Moved to another area in Akobo. Found a decent room. Life was calm again, at least for a while. But I couldn't let go of what I saw. That bone. The crying. The landlord's cold red eyes. And the girl who vanished. Her name was Bisi, the tomato seller. I went to her stall a few times before she moved into that cursed house. She was funny, always smiling, always saying, "Customer, today is your lucky day." After she vanished, her cousin came to pack her goods. That's how I found out. "Bisi Don disappear," the cousin whispered. "She just carry bag, say she dey travel. But she no reach where she dey go. Her phone off. Her line no connect. We don go police. They no answer. They say she adult, maybe she run go marry." But Bisi wouldn't do that. She had a son, a small boy. He was 5. That boy is with her sister now. Quiet kid. Never smiles. One night, guilt wouldn't let me sleep. I took a torchlight and went back to the compound. I know, it was stupid, but I needed to know. I needed proof. The gate was locked, but the back fence wasn't too high. I climbed over. Everything was wrong. The house smelled like hot metal and palm oil left too long in a pot. I walked quietly, past the kitchen window, past the well, and then I saw it. The backyard had been dug up again. Not a small hole this time. A big, wide pit. Fresh earth everywhere. And something was burning in the corner. A small fire in a broken metal basin. I moved closer and saw things I will never forget. Cloth soaked in what looked like blood. Hair, bangles, children's shoes. And in the pit, I swear on everything, I saw bones. Dozens, not buried, piled. Then I heard it. A deep voice chanting softly. Mr. Agela stepped into the moonlight, wearing only white boxers, body covered in white chalk. His eyes caught mine. "You again," he said. I ran. Not walked, not turned slowly. I ran like death was behind me. I tripped, hit my knee, kept running until I got to the main road. I never looked back. I tried to go to the police again. They said, "You've come back with your stories?" One even laughed. The report never got written down. That was the day I realized, some things in Nigeria don't fear the police. I posted this because I've kept quiet for too long. If you're in Ibadan and someone tells you about a cheap boys' quarters behind a White House on Irefin Street, don't go. Some landlords don't collect rent. They collect people.